What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Comic Breakdown. In this video, we are jumping into Wonder Woman issue 797. This will be a tie-in to Lazarus Planet. And more specifically, this is taking place between issues 1 and 2 of Lazarus Planet: Revenge of the Gods. Most recently, what we have seen is that Hera has taken over Olympus. She has killed Zeus, and she offered Diana one thing: godhood. She could ascend, she could become a god and protect her sisters, save all of Themyscira, or she could decline the offer and her sisters would fall. Believing that she had no other choice, she took Hera up on her offer, and Diana Prince ascended to godhood. So make sure you guys have subscribed to the channel, make sure that you like this video, and with that being said, let's dive into this breakdown. Alright gang, so as we jump into this issue, we are picking up at the former temple of Zeus. Now that Zeus has been defeated, Hera taking his place, we pick up at the exact moment where Wonder Woman is supposed to be going into her godhood. She is supposed to be ascending, but Hera betrayed her. Hera never had any intention of letting her have divinity. Hera lets Diana know that because humanity worships you, because your father had hoped that you would ascend one day, these are the reasons that she will never be a god. And so Eros goes to tie her up, using the lasso of truth to do so. And even Eros is a little hesitant on trying to cast out Diana. They know that she could be a very powerful asset in this war moving forward. This is what takes us to a little bit later on the edges of the Promethean cliffs. And while Diana had never seen these cliffs before, she knows what this place is. She recognizes a place of punishment. They use the lasso of truth to tie her up, which means freeing herself is going to be impossible on her own. Moreover, she has Titans, more specifically a Cyclops, that is watching over her, having Titan sentries keep guard. This is one of Hera's secret weapons. With Wonder Woman on this cliffside contemplating all the decisions that she has made, recognizing that she was a fool to trust Hera, but she knows that there is also something more at play. This is when Hecate comes to Wonder Woman. She says that she comes on behalf of her mother, that she wanted to intervene. But if Hera was able to imprison them both, this could be a much worse situation. But Wonder Woman also knows that Hecate, she comes with a price. There is always something that she is getting out of this. Not trusting the situation, she tells Hecate that I may trust my mother, but I do not trust you. That if my mother wants me free, she must send another. And with Hecate disappearing, Wonder Woman sits here trying to break the lasso. And if she could, she would have by now. She would have shattered it into 1,000 pieces. While she struggles to try and break this rope, she tries to free herself. She sees that Century Cyclops in the distance. He becomes beheaded. The head of the Cyclops cut clean off of its shoulders. And the person that did this is the Hooded Stranger, the one that we have seen making his way throughout both Wonder Woman and the Shazam comics. At this point, we're really not sure who this person is or what they're after, but we do see that they are helping our heroes out, helping Captain Marvel and Wonder Woman. And so the stranger, he comes in, he rescues her. Untying her, they begin to make their descent. And while Wonder Woman is still very skeptical of anybody that might be coming to rescue her, our stranger lets it be known that he does serve only himself. But if you want the truth, you have the lasso, all you have to do is tie it around me. But Wonder Woman doesn't want to do this. She prefers truth that is given willingly. She is also choosing to trust this stranger, if only to remind herself the strength that comes with faith. But they hurry down the cliffside. Hera is going to have many pawns out here that are going to be coming for them. As they make their way to sea level, this is where we have a Minotaur coming from the water. And while Wonder Woman and the Minotaur, they share some blows, the stranger grabs Wonder Woman and they begin to run. Hera is now enlisting an army of Titans. This is just one of them. That is when the undead begin to rise out of the sea. But Wonder Woman, being a stubborn-headed woman, she refuses to back down. that if Hera wants to send an army at her, she will fight them. Grabbing one of the undead, trying to figure out who this person is following, she learns that it is from Euronymous, one that dwells in the underworld feeding on rotten corpse. But Hera has tinted him to the surface. This comes with a promise of warm flesh. As the undead begin to herald this monster in, we see it rise out of the water. Our hooded stranger cutting down the undead, telling Wonder Woman that she must leave. That if you're not going to adhere to my advice, maybe you will follow an old friend. That is where we see Ratatosk, the small squirrel-like creature that had guided her through the realm of Asgard. With Wonder Woman wondering what he is doing here, he says that the story is too big and they have to move now. But Asgard does know what is going on. The gods love to gossip. There are many troubles coming upon them, one that Odin decided he is staying out of. Wonder Woman concerned that if it has reached Asgard, if this war is all over the world, if everybody is hearing about it, shouldn't we stay here in Olympus and fight? But he lets Wonder Woman know the simplest answer is no, that she is needed, and her yearn to fight, it is very much important. But the battle is not here at this moment. They make their way into a small cave system. Inside the cave system, there is a swirling pool of water. This will be a shortcut to Themyscira. When Wonder Woman jumps in, her companion, he will return back to Asgard. With Wonder Woman thanking him for his guidance, the two of them say their goodbyes, but not their forever goodbyes. That maybe he will come visit once this war is over. But Wonder Woman, she jumps into the water. She jumps in, and she rises out of the Themyscira Well of Souls. As she begins to climb out, the undead had followed behind her. They grab at her and they try to pull her back. That is when Queen Nubia shows up. Her and the Well of Souls having a very deep connection to one another. She felt the disruption inside the waters. Wonder Woman doing a very quick sit rep, just filling her in on everything that has been going on. The Queen understanding that this all makes sense. If Hera has taken over, if Zeus has fallen, that is why the island's protection is no longer here. They have had their hands full ever since the protection went down. But then a stranger arrived. While they battle whatever might be coming through that well, banishing it all back to Tartarus. They begin to talk about the stranger, only for that stranger to be right there in the stairwell. Wonder Woman a little confused how this guy can be at two places at once. Just recently, he was back on Olympus helping her escape. Now, they find him right here. But he says that time moves differently on Olympus. Something that Wonder Woman already knows. And in his line of work, it does pay to travel fast. This is when they begin to get an earthquake. Not really sure what might be coming. We see the ground split. Green smoke filling up the room. All of the Amazons have gathered for battle. They prepare to battle the horde of undead. But this time, they are facing something that is much worse than anything that has shown up at their doorstep yet. The voice calling from the darkness. He greets the Amazons and hopes that they have prepared for battle, because Hades has brought an army. Picking us up elsewhere on the cliffs of Themyscira, we have the hooded stranger and Wonder Woman that are making their escape. Wonder Woman needing to return to the land of man. She thanks the stranger for all the help that he has done, but she can no longer ask him to shed any more blood for her. That this is her fight. It is her fight to protect her friends, to protect her sisters, and to take revenge on the gods. And that will be the end of this issue. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This story is definitely better than anything Wonder Woman has put out lately. Now, don't get me wrong, I did drop Wonder Woman after, I think it was Sphere of the Gods, where she traveled to Asgard. She did that whole thing. She resurrected all the gods of Olympus. She really did just go all and out. But after that, it really seemed like they didn't know what they were gonna do with Wonder Woman. And so the stories, they were lacking. And while Wonder Woman fits really well into a Justice League story or a group story, individually, her stories can be very hard to write, especially with how powerful she is, with the immense amount of influence that she has. All of these things come into play, and if you're not putting her against a god or something of that nature, you find it almost hard to believe that Wonder Woman is in these positions. I think Wonder Woman and her character, they are suited best when we're dealing with Olympus, when we're dealing with Asgard, when we're dealing with all these godly realms, or the sphere of the gods, if you will. It's where Wonder Woman truly gets the opportunity to shine, because she is the bridge between the two worlds. And while we believe that she had ascended to godhood, it appears that Hera was just playing a trick, doing this to imprison her. Wonder Woman has escaped. Zeus has died. Wonder Woman has been played. And you can only imagine the anger that she is feeling towards Hera. Not only is the world of man put into jeopardy, but also her sisters of Themyscira, her father slain in Olympus. Wonder Woman is about to be on the warpath. So let me know your thoughts, let me know your theories. If you would like to get completely caught up on everything going on with this series, be sure to check out the link in my description as well at the top of this video. It will get you completely caught up on everything going on with Lazarus Planet. If you would like to support the channel, you can always do so by joining the channel membership, much like Patreon having multiple different tiers. From $1 to $50, from loyalty badges to getting comics every single month. Not only does this help out the channel tremendously, but you are getting tons of perks in the process. If you were unable to do this, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like this video, hit that notification bell, and with that being said, until the next breakdown.